Hello everybody and welcome to the first episode of Tony's Good Wood. Today we're going to be crafting a pipe out of Orange Osage. This is my long quest to become a master craftsman, so we're starting small, working our way up. We always start out with simple measurements. I did about 2 inches per block. This was supposed to give me 3 blocks, but I was an idiot and didn't fully measure, so I have one really short block. I know it's Pride Month, but those blocks are going to keep things straight. One of the harder lessons I've learned is that you really need to focus the pressure down and forward and not so much against the fence. You really need to keep it on that interior block if you want to get a good straight cut. You ever wake up in the morning and think, I'm going to pick the worst possible angle to explain how I'm blocking out the pipe juice? Well, that's what happened here. There will be many other videos where I make pipes on this channel and I'll explain better on what's happening. That all of my drilling, all of my cuts are going to line up just fine. Now here's that sweet view y'all were looking for in the last clip. I'm lining up the stem. You have to be very careful with the width on this, otherwise you'll get a stem that doesn't quite fit in your pipe. And contrary to popular belief, being too big for the hole is a bad thing. Look at that, unintended camera effect. Perfect 3/4 all the time. Also, this isn't quite the right spade bit for this. You want something that's rounded. You don't want a shelf for the tobacco to sit on. I can fix that manually later, but it's better to do it up front. I marked with tape where this needs to end up so I don't over drill. You want this to be as precise as possible. I didn't like the size of the hole that was working inside the bowl, so I decided to go a little bit deeper. In order to get the stem in and stay solid, you have to bore it out just a little bit bigger than the hole you made. So tight. Perfectly snug. And we actually have a working pipe now. Osage sawdust is not good for you. Don't do that until you've fully cleared it out. Welcome to the bandsaw cam, otherwise known as the GoPro, because everything else broke for this particular angle. The hardest part about this is making the lines meet with a little bit of extra meat. Later in the video, you'll see a nick that was very hard to get rid of. It took so much more sanding and changed the style of the pipe from what I wanted it to be. Now, you're going to see something intensely dangerous in just a second. It's not as dangerous on here because it's small, but that's what you call kickback. It's why I use the push stick on the table saw. It could have sent one of those blocks right into my ribs, leaving a pretty bad bruise. It can actually be very, very dangerous. Whee! Started shaping, saw that my table saw is super cheap and was not square. Reset. Like the table saw angle, this is the only one available, because I stood right in front of it and blocked all of your guys' angles on this. We've entered sanding territory, and this takes so long. This is the hardest part of woodworking to stay consistent with, to put the time in. You just gotta throw your headphones on, listen to a podcast, just get in there and spend some time in the sanding zone. The Dremel tool has always been one of my favorites. My buddy Dan Nolinsky from Fourth Room Brewing over on Twitch got me that, and man, it has saved some time. This is the reward for good sanding. Whenever it really starts coming together, when things are smooth, whenever you have this product in front of you, and it just makes you smile. These are also the moments that make it worth it. When you get that Danish oil and you just start rubbing your wood and it just gets so wet and polished and bright. Yeah, look at those lines. Look at that Orange Osage. Now take a look at this. It turned out gorgeous. I love whenever a pipe comes together. I've only made about 5 before, but this is the new Tony's Good Wood, so this is pipe 0001. We're being ambitious with that number. Let's see what we can figure out. Thank you guys so much for showing up to this first video. Please hit like, please hit subscribe, share with your friends, and please leave comments on what you'd like to see me build. Thank you guys so much. It means a lot to me. Also, I need some pledge. What the hell was I thinking with that dust?